You're listening to the Sans Pants Network.
Bab.
I'm sick. That crab I ate for dinner had no meat in it, just bones.
I ate the bone crab from a fridge, babe, and I'm gonna throw up.
His bones were rotten. It was rotten bones. Fuck. You didn't tell me the crab was full of rotten bones, babe. Babe, should bones be that gelatinous, babe?
Babe, I'm hot. My tummy is hot.
Babe, what did you eat? I don't know. There was like a wet crab in the fridge.
The meat was gone, babe.
Just jelly bones. That's a good warm-up.
Yeah. Hey, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Plumbing the Death Star. Plumbing the Death Star. I'm Joel.
I'm Jackson.
I'm also Joel.
Plumbing the Death Star is a comedy pop culture podcast and asks the most important questions, like, how would you or us fake the moon landing?
So the moon landing, huge part of pop culture, it counts.
Yeah, 1969.
Yep.
Nice.
It's the cool number.
It's
That's
the
how I
cool
remember.
number.
When was
Exactly.
JFK killed? Quick question.
He never was.
What? Wait.
Trick question.
Have I fucked this up? Is the moon landing 63 and JFK is
No,
actually 69?
I thought JFK is 69.
No, JFK died before the moon landing. 'Cause
Oh.
63. JFK bullet through the head.
Yeah, got it.
JFK was like, we're gonna go to the moon.
We're gonna go to the
Mayor
moon.
Quimby. We're gonna go to the moon.
We're gonna go to the moon.
We're gonna go to the
We're
moon.
gonna go to the moon.
Awesome.
I love my hot wife.
Perfect accents.
Yeah,
all
I
three.
love my hot wife and I love my hot affair. Marilyn Monroe.
I love my
see?
hot wine.
$1 million. What?
Right, so yes, moon landing famously faked by Kubrick.
Yeah.
Kubrick, the scoundrel,
Kubrick,
got
that
in there and he
scoundrel.
faked the moon landing.
Then made 2001 and was like, see, it's all a lie.
Well, what if instead of Kubrick, Johnny
Yeah.
Government?
It's like, hello, plumbing the Death Star. One at a time. Tell me how you're going to help us get to the moon.
Oh yeah, for $5 we'll fake your moon landing.
Oh, we'll fake a moon landing. We'll kill a boy or a shark and fake a moon landing.
Fix an economy.
Fix an
or fake
economy.
a moon landing.
Or fake-
We'll
yeah.
show Russia what's what.
Exactly.
They're
Right.
they've got a guy in space. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? We've got a guy on the fucking moon. And by
Exactly.
a guy, I mean 4 guys. 3 guys.
Two guys.
Why are
There
they
was
dropping
3
they're getting
guys.
One
guy's-
guy wasn't on the Michael Collins. He wasn't on the moon. He was in the little ship.
Yeah, he stayed
And
in the ship.
where'd the fucking ship?
Yeah, around the moon.
It didn't land. He wasn't in the ship that landed on the
No,
moon.
No.
He was orbiting. Dude.
Holy
Orbiting.
shit!
So sad.
That is sad.
He got
He got so
He got
close.
the loser. He drew the
He got
short straw.
moon-cocked.
Yeah, he got moon cocked. God,
He had
that's
a
sad.
ruined orgasm.
I'm pretty
Which
sure-
some people love.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure if he
people
was
love
like, "Hey, yeah, you're on the moon mission,
Hell
Buzz, and you go have a bit of a walk, and then it's like, Michael Collins, you have to go in the little landing capsule, but you can't leave."
Yeah.
He's bursting through.
yeah.
He's jumping on that
You're,
moon.
like, you're extending a little leg and just having a little stand. Just a touch of the moon.
Yeah. Hey, Jackson, you love asses. And you love the moon land.
I do. I really do.
And you love the
it's
moon
a fabulous
landing.
bit of the body.
yeah.
And yet, revealing one's ass is called mooning. Do you reckon there's some connection there for you?
Well, I suppose in some way people sort of associate the moon and an arse.
Yeah.
Which in a way I get.
When did that happen?
The first time someone got mooned was ages ago.
Yeah, but like I understand that. But when did that become known as mooning as opposed to flashing one's anus?
I don't know.
I believe that it was pretty much straight away.
I guess is the situation where because it's like a
Two
big
cave guys. Just
Yeah, no.
check this.
check
it
this
was
out.
like-
It's like the moon.
Ugh.
Please don't do that.
I am offended.
Well, yeah, because in mooning,
For some reason, I looked this up recently, and I don't know why.
that's awesome.
It happened one, like, there's like,
When was mooning associated with flashing bum?
Yeah, because is it associated? Is it like you moon,
Yeah.
you got a big pasty white ass,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, like the moon, or is your anus the moon?
no, I
Because
think
it's a hole.
it's your cheeks.
Okay.
I do love just the
picture?
like yeah, the picture's great first off, but just the way like Wikipedia describes it because I got to do it in like almost no nonsense
Yeah.
sort of way. It's like mooning is the act of displaying one's bare buttocks by removing clothing, e.g., by lowering the backside of one's trousers and underpants, usually bending over and also potentially exposing the genitals.
That's a
awesome.
rare.
That's
I've
awesome.
seen. It says potentially exposing, but I think that's a rare move.
Yeah, I agree. I think most of the time you want to,
Or
because
like
like
the pressed fruit bowl.
two cheeks, good fun.
Yeah.
Anything
Cheeks in a
else?
hole, I'm on the set of a porno.
So if you get mooned and you can see cheeks, you're like, this is funny.
We're all having a laugh.
If you get mooned and you see flaps or knots,
No, flaps and nuts is different. That's the whole.
that's what they mean,
No,
right?
I know, but I'm just saying if somebody bends over, right?
I know that an ass. Wait, is an asshole technically genitals?
Yes.
I think so.
Is
it
that-
Oh, I don't know.
It's,
Now I don't know.
Click on
genitals.
genitals.
Genitals would just be like hog and puss.
Sex organs for involved
An
in sexual
asshole-
reproduction. So I guess
reproduction.
An
Yeah.
asshole is not a sex organ. It's just an awesome
No,
thing you can go
I mean,
with.
it can be.
You
a
can have
sex organ.
sex with it, but I don't think it's.
I guess a hand's not
not
a
a-
sex
it's
organ.
not a
Or
reproductive
mouth.
organ.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can't.
Though,
have
wouldn't
a
that be
baby.
awesome?
Because there's secondary like sexual organs,
Yeah.
such as mammary glands.
Yeah. Oh yeah, tits.
Let's see here. 1743.
I just don't know. I think if somebody bend over and I see two cheeks, I'm like, we're all having a laugh.
Yeah.
We're all having a good time. We're getting rowdy.
So it's the asshole.
I just think it's confronting. I think you see
Okay.
the asshole sours the mood.
It's apparently,
Yeah.
it's the verb to mean has meant to expose to the moonlight
Oh,
since 1601.
okay. That's
It's
not at all
mooning
what I would
or
have expected.
exposing one's butt to shame an enemy. A long pedigree in peasant culture.
That's so
Throughout
funny.
the Middle Ages.
You're a
in many
knight
nations.
on a horse with a lance. Some guy moons you. You're like, I'm shamed.
It was
I'm turning around.
widespread by the 19th century.
Jackson, you're back at the castle early. Did
Yeah.
it not go well? Sorry, guys, I asked.
I felt shame.
I'm just going to be up in the tower.
Yeah.
Notable incidents. Wikipedia, you're great.
Wikipedia has a
in
list.
80 AD, wow.
80 AD, there was a mooning.
Recorded the first known incident
moon-
of mooning.
What do you think about this? To moon is human.
To is to moon is human. To is
Maybe. Well, what's
To
divine?
moon is human, to is divine. To moon is human, to spread is divine.
Yes, that's true. That is divine.
Yeah.
Oh, divine, my love.
I for some reason I was really hoping that it was like first recorded incident of the moon landing in 30 AD. whilst, sorry, of mooning.
Yeah.
In 30 AD, whilst Christ hung on the cross.
Dude, that's the best time to moon him. We can't do anything about it.
Oh,
come on!
Yeah.
Pull up those pants.
Yes, Flavius Josephus recorded the first known incidents in 80
Was
AD.
he mooning or did he moon
he
Get
someone?
mooned
recorded-
and feel shame.
Either way,
that in
Flavius
the-
is the name for that guy.
Proctorship of Veneditius.
Yeah.
He got mooned from a boat.
Whoa.
What a name. Tidius Carmanus.
Tedious cum anus.
Charlie-
Then Tidius Carmanus. Or Carmanus.
Them
Okay,
tedious.
it is literally spelled cum anus.
At around the beginning of the First Roman-Jewish War, a soldier in the Roman army
Femtidious?
mooned Jewish pilgrims at the Jewish temple in Jerusalem,
Them?
who had gathered for Passover, and spake such words as you might expect upon such a posture, causing a riot in which youths threw stones at the soldiers, who then called in reinforcements. The pilgrims panicked, and the ensuing stampede resulted in a lot of death.
Whoa!
That's crazy.
10,000 deaths! One ass
One
Ass.
ended
Anyway.
10,000 lives.
I was just trying to see if Carmanus, because there's another guy, some history
Ventidius
guy.
Carmanus.
There's some
He was
history
a
guy who's
Roman of the.
I was hearing about recently.
You are?
I can't remember who he is, but his name means like John Balls. And on his coat of arms are a bunch of nuts. Like testicles.
Until you show me that photo, I will believe that this just lives in the magical and wonderful, mysterious cavern that is your brain and nowhere else.
Now I've had to Google guy whose coat of arms is balls. Yeah, I found him immediately.
All right, let's share.
It's from the great Twitter account, Weird Medieval Guys, at Weird Medieval. Just found out there was a medieval Italian guy called Bartolomeo Coleone, which means Bartholomew Balls, and his coat of arms was 3 pairs of balls, and his war cry was Coglia, 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 which means balls, balls, balls. And that's his coat of arms.
that's 3 balls.
That's
That is
3
a-
sets of nuts. I mean, you can see that. But anyway,
Yeah.
how you faking the moon landing?
yeah. How are you faking that moon landing?
So, straight off the bat, They went too hard with it in 1969.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
They didn't need to put that much effort in. 1969.
Yeah.
Television is invented,
Yeah.
but like, it's tricky.
best.
It's
Yeah, it's not
best.
great. It's not
Black
perfect.
and white. Shows aren't good yet.
Yeah.
Sopranos hasn't even aired once.
What the hell, dude?
But do you know what would be way easier to do?
Hmm?
An audio play a la War of the Worlds.
Oh.
Fire up the fucking radio and just hear me be like, oh shit, Neil's on the moon.
You don't even hear the guys on the moon.
No.
It's just you describing what happened.
Comment them.
we can cut when we're cutting live to the moon now. It's moony up here. I'm like, fuck, thanks, Neil.
Why are you swearing?
I'm not.
You swearing on the radio in 1969?
I'm getting killed, I think, if I do that.
It's just so it's like, instead of the immortal words of
Yeah.
one small step for a man.
Although he'll definitely say
He'll be
the
like,
hand
it's,
job thing.
it's moonier out here.
What was the this is cheers to you, Mrs.
Oh,
Mr.
Yeah, well done, Mr. Graham or something.
Yeah, hey.
Because his mate was getting a handy J on Earth.
The rumor, look, I can vaguely remember the story. So apparently there's speculation that he said this thing because he overheard his neighbors arguing.
Yeah.
And the wife said to the husband, I'll suck you off.
Yeah.
When man walks
when
on
the
the moon.
kid next door walks
Yeah.
on the moon or something.
Do you reckon that's what made him
Yeah.
desire to become
Yeah,
an
he's
astronaut?
like-
I'm gonna get my neighbor some wicked dough.
So yeah, imagine I'll be like, and we're cutting live to the moon. Hello, it's me, Neil. I'm on the moon. And I just want to give a quick shout out to my neighbor.
I'm sitting there on an armchair in my house listening to the wireless. I'm like, this sounds like the same guy.
I haven't hired actors.
Neil sounds vaguely British, but not.
It sounds like the guy who was doing the narrating doing a bad accent.
Okay, we'll try that again. Okay. And the Apollo 11 has landed on the moon. And
my God.
I've just got this in. It turns out I think we're actually going to be able to cut live to
my
one of the
God.
astronauts.
That's amazing.
Incredible. Did the narrator go British for like the second half of the paragraph?
I don't know where he's from. It is America that got to the moon, but that's fine.
That's cool. I'm enjoying this.
I mean, I
radio
don't know-
play.
I don't know who
this
he is,
Radio
so-
I mean, this live cut to the moon.
Okay.
It's one whole step.
What did he say?
Man.
You can
One giant leap for Mongo.
Is he
eating something?
eating peanut butter? To get Neil to speak, they rub peanut butter in his gums. It was Mr. Fucking Ed.
I think that
I like in that scenario as well. I didn't know what they were doing up there.
Yeah.
I don't know where they were on the moon. I just got one quote from him. That was it.
no, because I'm just faking the moon landing. Everything else is still the same.
Yeah.
It's like you know that they're going to the moon. You haven't just turned the radio on
Am I
and been like,
seeing on the TV? Am I seeing the rocket at all?
no.
Am I getting that at the radio too? I'm looking at the rocket and it is awesome.
It's 300 feet high and
200 feet long and 40 foot wide.
Is it like a big sort of slice of bread shape? What the fuck?
it's when you say slice of bread shape and not rectangle.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do audio, but because the thing is,
Well, I could probably look. All right, so
because there were photographs, there was like a lot of stuff that went like a lead up to the actual moon landing.
yeah, but they did that to. So you're claiming that if the moon landing's fake, they faked all of it.
Well, I'm just thinking that you can't do all of it through audio.
I
That's
guess-
all I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's
I can
also
do all of it through audio. You used to only be able to do it through audio and print.
Yeah,
So my
that's true.
question here is, in terms of like faking the moon landing, is are we faking the moon landing from woe to go?
Yeah.
Or are we faking the moon landing just in case things go bad?
Well, I think that's up to you.
Okay.
I think you can decide either way
because
in this scenario.
unfortunately, I love the radio play idea, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
The Ruskies do have a lot of footage.
Yeah. How could the Russians figure it out? Well, we have a guy narrating what he sees.
So yeah, because like you'd have to...
Maybe I'm going to have to start a smear campaign against TVs.
Okay.
Television
Okay.
is a Soviet invention.
You're robbing.
Oh, no, fuck. I can't say because they can't.
Right.
Television, it's
Farnsworth.
making you communist.
The Red Scare, it's fair enough. When was the Red Scare? Was that around...
It was from like 1950
Yeah,
something
yeah.
to 1980
I
something.
know,
So
because it really got real big, like in the sort of
Space
like
race.
decade art. Like, I guess during the
yeah.
because when was the McCarthy era?
That would have been. That was like the 1980s, Oh, no.
Oh, McCarthyism was after Nixon, wasn't it?
Wasn't it?
No, I think it was before. Because it was
this
old
like
Hollywood. When was that?
Yeah.
Old Hollywood.
It's simply just like the Red Scare was just a lot everywhere.
Yeah, it went for a very long
And
time.
Then we had like a bit more.
I don't know why I'm looking up Red Scare because I know what the first result's going to be.
And then the
oh,
late-
yeah.
Or like maybe it was like around about the same time. You had.
Oh, no, yeah, it was the mid-50s.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
okay.
okay. So before the. Okay.
So McCarthyism is pre-JFK.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to say that yes, Farnsworth was a
communist?
communist, and that
When did he die?
He died in 71.
What did he die of?
Great.
In this
question.
Was
timeline,
he
a bullet in the head.
This timeline, maybe some kind of umbrella poison tip or whatever.
How old was he? And was he sick for 2 years
was
beforehand? Can I get away with this without him knowing what I'm
Without
doing?
him being like,
64 years old when he died.
You need to find that death tab.
Where's that death tab?
So how are you on the wireless? You're saying it's a communist invention?
Well, I guess like we just push it out into papers and stuff too.
What is the headline?
Televisions linked to communism.
What's the link?
Oh, right. For a
Howdy
second.
doody?
No.
Is the puppet a puppet of fucking the Kremlin?
Recent reports have shown that radiation from the television screens have been placed there by Russia.
Okay.
Television's making your children sick.
What about like
Okay.
we've found out that the Russians have put a bunch of cameras in your TVs, and so it needs to be a big giant recall because they're spying on you right now.
'Cause then-
it's for national security.
But by doing that, I am falling into the same trap that you just accused me of falling into, except instead of just blaming one man,
Yeah.
I'm now blaming every single television
Correct.
manufacturer.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You need to get
Well,
to the
yeah.
moon, dude.
Because the thing is, it's like it's not just about yes, you're blaming the manufacturers or whatever.
But I guess by me
like,
saying
the
it's
idea is-
radiation is also the same.
So here's
I'd
another
just be
question.
saying, because you're making sure, like, who
made the
almost
television?
Like, Farnsworth.
Farnsworth.
I
what's
think,
his
the
first name?
manufacturer. Like, probably a lot at that.
Yeah,
point.
there
No.
multiple different.
What's the guy? Farnsworth. What?
Something
Farnsworth.
Farnsworth.
His name
John
was
Farnsworth?
Philo Farnsworth. Philo Taylor Farnsworth. You could do something like there's a big recall, government buyback of televisions.
Oh, yeah.
And don't worry, we're going to help produce them after the moon landing. Wink.
Wank.
After we win the space race, then we
Yeah.
can focus on fixing televisions.
Yeah. Well, all American-made televisions
Yeah,
without
yeah,
any of
yeah.
those damn commie cameras
Foreign
in them.
televisions in every household. We can't have that. You remove the TVs.
Yeah.
television-
Who made a lot of televisions back in the day?
What I want to know is,
Like, are you causing some international incidents in other, like, international relations with other
Yeah.
countries?
Every
Because-
country
anyway.
is siding with Russia except us. Is my.
and are you also being like, we have to recall all the TVs? I'm sorry. Like, are you saying that you were capable of filming the moon landing, but because we've recalled all the TVs, nobody can watch it? Like, you could watch it.
He died of pneumonia, by the by.
That's not a 2-year illness.
Are you saying?
Had begun abusing alcohol in his later years, and as a
Okay.
result became seriously ill with pneumonia. Because
Okay.
the campaign worked.
Yeah, I was going to say, all right. So in his later years,
Okay.
when he loves the booze, maybe we just let him character assassinate. And then the moment that happens, I'm like, see, this guy invented the televisions that you trust in your household.
Right.
And yes, now I am saying we could film this, and we did film it, and we are broadcasting it, but you don't have a TV, so you
just
can't watch
see
it.
So you have to settle for the radio.
And the reason there's no stills in the newspaper is...
Yo, why isn't it photographs? Because you could even take a photograph of the rocket.
Yeah,
Or
because
the astronauts.
down in Florida. Is Florida right?
Yeah,
Where the
for Cape Canaveral.
yeah, where they're doing all that. There's probably like journos and news.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, what about people, actual
Hey,
journalists who are going to come and
here's-
take a photo of the...
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
So, like, the rocket taking off, an actual journalist and whatever. So, I don't know if you remember, but at the very start of this episode,
Yeah.
we spoke about two events that happened in the 60s. 1963,
Yeah.
the death of John F. Kennedy.
Right.
1969, the moon landing.
Okay.
Now, I've seen footage of that first event.
Yeah.
Because a man Zapruder,
Yeah.
had a camera.
Yes.
And he filmed. And then 6 years later, I had to
still have cameras.
So yeah, they might not, let's just say you're very successful in
destruction
destroying
of television.
and
Farnsworth.
somehow you've gotten you've bought out the the
Every
FCCs
single TV
under
manufacturer.
under your thumb. So they're like, yep, no worries, we're gonna get rid of every single television. America is TV-less.
It's TV free.
By the
Have you
moon
gone-
landing. But
'cause-
however, now
Okay.
people with cameras.
Yeah. But also, that's not even the end of the TV problems.
Yeah.
How many TVs were there in 1969?
I'm looking because again, I'm
History
looking at
of
the history
TV.
of television.
Yeah.
I'm currently in the 50s.
Okay.
And then I'm
Because
scrolling
what
right
What
down.
I'm wondering is, can you really ensure no one has a TV?
No.
And on top of that,
I could turn broadcasting off.
yes.
Yeah.
How are you explaining?
What about
There's a blackout.
you could hijack the radio wave. And then you could just be like, oh, it's a beautiful thing that we're seeing. Unfortunately, we got some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
So we are going to play the foot. We are crossing live now.
Yeah.
I don't think you can see anything right now, but we can hear it.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Unfortunately,
Okay.
due to the cosmic rays, we've lost video
rays,
footage.
classic,
But we've retained
Yes.
audio.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you could
And
just
now we're here today to play it for you for the very first time.
Play it for me.
It already happened.
And we're here. We're going to cut live to it right now as it happens.
Better.
Okay. Is he drunk? No.
Full score.
Oh, he's doing the Gettysburg Address. It sounds like.
In space. No one's done that before.
That's true. That's hey.
Whoa,
it's
actually,
great
that's
American
actually-
speech.
That has just unlocked. There's plenty of words that haven't been said in space yet.
Yeah, that's true.
awesome. I'm going to get to space, take a list, say them all.
Yeah.
What would you have? I mean, you're in complete control now, and it's only audio. So obviously, with the footage,
Yeah.
let's say your mad plan works.
Yeah.
Okay. You cut to just the audio, but black screen. Now, because so what we got is a lot of them walking around the moon,
Yeah.
jumping about,
Boring.
boring
Yawn.
stuff. But yours is just audio. So if it's only audio, it's like, they just said a couple of things. What are you going to do to spice that up?
I think that you're going to make it sound more legit, going to have a lot, so low hum in the background,
Okay.
a lot of staticky noise, just I'm going to make sure the voices sound far away.
Okay.
So when people hear it, they're going to be like, the
So
moon's
the
far.
mic, the mic is too
Mike's
far
far
away.
away.
from
Yeah,
them. That
nice,
makes
nice.
sense.
What are they saying?
Real
It's
moony.
a proud day to be an American. I love being on the moon.
Once again, sitting staring at my blank TV. Really? That's what they...
It's got standby thing, and you always got to hear the audio.
That's what they chose
Or like
to say.
a picture of the moon. And you just got the audio going.
I'm glad they like being up there.
This is a beautiful and mysterious landscape filled with wondrous rocks
Okay.
as far as the eye can see.
So
I just want to shout out everyone back at home on Earth. God bless. God bless America.
God bless America, and hopefully my neighbor's getting sucked
Sucked
off.
off.
Cosmic dome right now. God bless.
My question- so this Madcap plan works. You somehow gotten rid of either gotten rid of TVs or had the whole we've had some interference.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we can't actually see footage of the moon.
I think Cape
But you
Canaveral
would
is
have-
going to have to install a big black curtain so no one can see the rocket.
So I was going to say, you would have needed to,
Top secret. What we can't trust. This is back
Can't
to
trust the Ruskies.
Can't trust the Ruskies, exactly.
back to the Red Scare.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so we've had to build the rocket in private and no one's allowed to see it.
Why are you building the rocket?
No, what? No, Jackson.
Oh, that's the
Wait.
We're
propaganda.
building the rocket. Here, see,
the-
it's working.
Yeah, I got tricked.
Why are they building a rocket? So, yeah, you build the rocket
Okay.
in secret. You got to be like, hey, we're building it underground
Okay.
where there'll be no footage. But
Like
we'll
a missile silo. That's okay. They have those. That makes sense.
Because of the Red Scare, we don't want the Russians
don't want-
knowing anything. We
We're
know
a
they're
stronger
watching.
nation.
We're a stronger
nation.
nation.
We're a stronger nation now than we've ever been. The idea of saying that live on air and then the little pause after you say, we're a stronger nation that we've ever been. He knows he made a mistake. That's what I'm saying looking at my TV. He knows he fucked
And then
up.
the picture will cut off and you're like, oh, okay.
He fucked up so bad. He had to flee. Okay. I don't know if I'm...
naked than we've ever been before. So,
Please
TV's
stand
over.
by. I'm like, I don't know if this is the guy who should be in charge of the space race. I'll say it.
Shouldn't have voted for me.
Yeah. Are you the president?
Yes.
Okay.
Or am I the head of NASA?
I
Who's
assumed
thinking-
NASA, right?
I assumed president.
Well,
Well, because I was doing, but then I wouldn't be doing the broadcast. What
No.
job do I have?
You're like the PR guy.
like the head of NASA, or the PR for NASA, spokesman for NASA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Main guy in charge of faking the
Yeah.
moon landing. That's your job.
yeah.
Now, here's my question. Say you've done the strategy whereby
Right,
everybody
yeah.
has thrown out their television.
Yes.
Okay. The moon landing's done. Everyone believes you.
Yep.
America won the space race.
Got him.
America wants their TVs back.
Yep.
Now, let's talk about the jobs and the amount of people who have been put out by your removing of the TV and the amount of money you're going to have to spend to put Howdy Doody back on the TV. The Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah.
To celebrate America's new reign of the moon, we are increasing jobs all across America,
How?
stimulating the economy, and
yeah.
we're going to focus on making American brand TVs.
An American Hollywood,
Yeah.
an American TV.
Hey, I'm a concerned citizen who threw out my TV because I didn't want the commie raise to make my
Damn
son
right.
a communist.
Thank
Is it-
you. God bless
Now that
you.
you're making American TVs, am I going to have to buy a new TV?
If you would,
Did they throw away the TVs, or we just stopped them watching?
what was it a
I-
buyback?
What was the vibe?
Which we had so many
yeah,
plans.
which plan? was
Which
it?
plan?
No. Which? Okay, so we just went through the.
You got a little bit of something on your eyelash. Other eye. Anyway.
Coffee?
was
Fuck
it
up
good?
drinking?
I don't know. It was like a little white dot. Looked like a bit of muffin. Go on.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
I also fucked up eating.
Yeah.
Where does this go again? Like a baby.
In my face somewhere.
Let's get a closer look at this muffin. Oh, too close. Okay, so let's say that we'll follow the plan that, gave back the TVs, everyone listened to it on the radio.
So everybody gave their TVs back to the government.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe that is a good way to do it.
Okay.
Rather than destruction of televisions, we seize TV. Like,
So a bit of police state. The
No,
come
no, no,
in,
sorry,
Break
not-
down the
kicks
door of
and
the
doors.
family home.
hey!
This TV is full of communists. You pick it up, take it away.
Maybe not a buyback. Maybe not like a seizing, but like as in like, hey, give us your TVs. We'll remove the radiation and the communist propaganda. Make sure that it's safe for you and your
Yeah.
family.
I-
and then we just store them in a big factory.
Okay.
Then we just give them back.
I think because the problem is you're not going to get 100%.
Yeah.
So the biggest problem here is people.
The American Airways have been corrupted. I'm turning off TV
So like
for a week.
an easier way of doing it is to kill TV.
I think just kill the signal.
the
Yeah.
signal for a bit. So then like you might get some like pirate TV happening in that like.
Well, they
1
can't
week.
pirate shit because nothing will be like the studios won't be broadcasting anything. They
Well,
can pirate stuff, I guess, as in like
Yeah,
They can
like
make their own
pirate
stuff,
broadcasts.
yeah.
Yeah. So they could
Yeah.
pirate. As in
Max
like,
Headroom.
Max
He's back.
Headroom.
He's back.
Yeah,
He
it's-
happens
it's not,
decades
you're not,
early.
You're
Yeah.
not going on to
Drink
1960s
Pepsi? Yeah.
Pirate Bay. I'm saying
No,
like
yeah.
you're having like pirate television
Yeah.
series or like because like I just don't think you're going to be able to get all the hardware.
Yeah,
I
no,
think that's going to
no.
be impossible and insane. Too big.
Yeah.
Too big. But cutting off the
That's only a
broadcasting-
button I can only
Yeah.
issue.
Exactly. Breaking some legs in Hollywood.
Absolutely.
Surely.
Well, that's a pretty good plan.
My question though,
Yeah.
if say this works, say you've shut off the signal for a week, now it's back on, and you've like, yep, we landed. It sucks that the cosmic rays we couldn't get that footage. But we know through other manned flights that photos were taken,
Yeah.
photos of the moon have been
Right.
taken, all those sort of things. So when they come back,
what?
what?
Well, we live
should
in a
go?
reality where that happened.
Yeah.
Like they did have these photos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
I'm
wouldn't
not
ex-
saying like
I
the
wouldn't
ones
ex-
beforehand,
Yeah.
like from the Russian, from the like the moon flybys,
Yeah.
all those things that sort of happened to get to the.
Are you going to say that they couldn't take photos up there? That their cameras were also broken? I think if that happens, I'm going to become a tad suspicious.
I would, yeah.
I'd be like, I don't think they went to the moon. We didn't get to see any of it, and they didn't take any photos while they were up there.
But they told us about it.
You could say there's just nothing good up there.
There wasn't a single photo worth taking.
It sucks on the
Yeah.
moon.
It's just grey rocks.
I kept going to be like, oh, nah.
It's not
Didn't wanna-
worth wasting
didn't-
the film.
Didn't want to ruin the,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, good choice.
Okay.
Complicated.
Complicated. I
Yeah.
don't know how well.
And the moment that the astronauts get back, wink, wink,
Yeah.
I think it falls apart.
Yeah.
The moment the Ruskies get back.
I was going to say, the moment the Russians are like, oh, hear a broadcast.
Yeah.
I think the moment the Russians hearing that, being like, we're still on.
Yeah, it's still
And then
the space race is not over.
I feel what's going to happen there is, let's say it works.
Yeah.
Let's say America somehow believe this. They're like, we won the space race. Russians, I don't think are going to get that disheartened.
No.
No.
They're going to be like, no,
We'll be the
didn't.
first
So
person to
show
provide.
you what's on the moon.
First off, I can't believe everyone is falling for your American lies. We're going to be the first, people to get to the moon, and not only are we going to do that, we're going to expose how terrible America.
You know
are.
when America said there was nothing to see up here?
Well, we're going to show
Look
it
at
to
this
you
photo.
in color.
There
Yeah.
isn't much to see, but there's something.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you've got a good, let's say, I reckon a month.
Yeah.
A month where you are on the cover of Time magazine.
Absolutely. Joel Dusha, the man who heard the moon.
The man behind the voice that told you about the moon.
Yeah. So I reckon, very complicated.
Yeah.
So I think you could go a little bit more complicated.
Okay, smart.
Because I'll say, yes, we haven't landed on the moon. We don't know what's up there.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's desert. We don't know if there's like a big ocean. We can fake whatever we want, baby. I'm making it interesting, entertaining.
Where will you
So-
set the footage?
I reckon some like oasis somewhere.
Okay.
I want to get a bit of dirt and a bit of water. Maybe mostly water. Maybe a beach somewhere.
Okay.
In fact, yeah. Let's
Bondi.
just say
Bondi Beach.
I don't know. I reckon,
Hawaii, Honolulu?
filming underwater is going to be fun. Maybe I want a trip to like a beach. So this only works, I think, for me personally. If I'm like, in case something happens and we have to fake the moon landing.
Yeah, okay.
Because
So
I'm really putting a lot of stake here to be like, you've got this, and then I get an all expense like an
Okay.
Adam Sandler technique.
Yep.
Before,
I see the
Adam
strategy.
Sandler.
You're
To
like,
be
they're gonna get to the moon.
They're gonna get to the moon.
But we can trust
need-
them.
We can trust them to get to the moon, but
I
I got this
I
budget.
understand that you need just in case
Yeah.
there's something to happen.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is, all right. So what do we actually really know what's up there?
Yes.
we don't. We don't at all.
No, it could
What's on the dark side of the moon? I remember
Probably
hearing-
more moon. I'm
I
sorry.
don't
No,
know, dude.
could
I
be an
heard
ocean.
Could be an ocean.
I don't think it is.
Could
What
be an
if it
ocean.
is,
Could
though?
be a beach. Could be a beach that looks suspiciously like Bondi Beach.
Could
From
be.
preliminary photographs, it's not.
Okay. But does the average American know this?
No.
Okay, so what we're going to do
Isn't
is...
the
and-
moon made of cheese, famously?
Pretty sure it is.
What are your credentials again?
My credentials are I've
Filmmaker.
spoken to the people, and I'm just collecting. Just like I'm an expert of sociology and like what's going on with the people of
And
America.
like, yeah, what feels better? That there's nothing on the moon that's rocks,
Or
or
it's cheese.
or it's cheese, or open beachfront property.
Right.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to go find the most secluded, beautiful beaches that we can, and we're going to send me and a team over there. And what we're going to do is we're going to film a spaceship, one of the movie landing in the ocean.
Are you going to have like Buzz Aldrin and all of them step out, take off their helmets and be like, oh my God, and then one of them pulls that little ukulele?
Yes.
Are you
And
going
then
to
we're
have
be
moon
like,
babes?
oh, we're going to have some moon babes.
And then they're gonna look at the beach and they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, that's cheese."
Yeah.
Americans want to believe that the moon is made of cheese, and we
Yeah.
can't let them down.
And then I understand funding for NASA is a bit rough.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to try and sell premium cheese beachfront properties on the moon. And you can get there so quick.
Right.
So easy.
But they're just gonna need to provide the rocket.
Yeah. But don't worry, you can make a claim, and we'll put it in NASA property records or whatever.
It's so good to imagine going back to the other scientists and they're like, well, how'd the meeting go? And I'm like,
really, really, really
I
bad.
don't understand.
So what'll happen is so we'll film it. I mean, you don't even have to get Neil like a lookalike, just a guy in a suit.
Well, okay.
Two guys in a suit.
He will be on the moon.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. So this in case, because of course that'll work. This case doesn't. This is
Right.
plan.
Okay.
And so we will film it. It'll be beautiful. It'll splash into the.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we've got to film it from the right. Because we'd have a camera filming it. So you're right. Good point. So
what?
the camera would be on the ship as it kind of falls. Crests
Into
like,
the
oh
ocean.
My God, and there's like it's all these like rocks and stuff, and then splash into the ocean.
Yeah.
And then they come out.
Can we circle
they go
back
for
to
a
the
swim.
beachfront properties idea?
Yeah. What was it about?
How are we doing that?
Well, we simply say that there are some beachfront properties on the moon.
On the dark side of the moon.
dark side of the moon.
But it's
And
sunny there when
Yeah.
we can't see it. It's only dark for us on Earth.
Yeah.
From what sun? They won't
The
care.
sun.
Doesn't matter.
Exactly.
So if
reflects off, let's say Mars, why not?
So I've bought property from NASA.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I say, okay, well, NASA, how we...
Well, you
Well-
got to provide. If you read your contract, you'd have to provide, money
rocket.
and rockets to get to the moon.
Okay, well, I don't think anybody's going to be...
That's very small print.
And
Very,
also,
very small print.
and also, it's an
trust me.
investment.
Exactly, it's an investment for the future.
For when we go there.
yeah.
Okay.
You imagine you'll be the first family on Earth to own property on the moon for when.
I do
I
have...
understand that for little japes and jokes that we are saying, what if we... This happens. People sell property on the moon.
Yeah,
This is not
yeah,
that
yeah.
far-fetched.
Wait,
yeah.
people sell property on the moon?
Yeah, you can buy a little patch of moon.
People are
It's not very
rubes all the
expensive,
way
but you can
down.
do it. Yeah.
Property
Yeah,
on
but get
the
scammed.
moon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's one guy who's like, hey, nobody owns the moon.
Yeah.
Brother.
You can buy land on the moon. You can buy... You can sell the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I basically do a lie.
I do have to admit that I think the American people would be... I think the moon, by and large, was pretty disappointing, really.
Yeah.
When we got up there, there wasn't anything worth
I
seeing.
could do this. So I understand it's very disappointing, very boring. And
Yeah.
we could be like, okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to have like a lovely, a beachside.
Well, that's what I mean.
I think we're going to make it a film.
I think the
Maybe
moon-
we're going to get like beach babies with their aliens.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Paint them green.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Tentacle
Moon babes.
arms.
Well, that's what I think the moon...
Tentacle arms.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay.
One person in a gorilla suit.
Yeah.
An actual gorilla.
a moon
Get a monkey
gorilla.
in there.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I think when we landed on the moon, I think we were this it was cool to get up there.
Yeah.
But there's nothing
What's
on
that?
the moon.
I wish that the internet existed
Yeah.
when that happened, because I would love to see people's hot takes of the moon landing as it was happening.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
tweets from 1969.
Because you would have been so excited. You would have been
Moon
like,
ain't that groovy, baby, is it? Yeah.
that Austin Powers one. Yeah. But I think if you
Seeing the moon hasn't gotten my mojo back, baby.
this is happening during Austin Powers too.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
One of them said in 1969.
I think so. Yeah. But I think you're right. I think if the American people saw a beach full of sexy moon babes, they would be so excited. How are you going to deal with the fact that the Soviets, if they go to the moon, are going to show the real moon?
Can I pivot?
Oh, no. This actually works in your favor.
Yeah.
They've got shit Russian moon, clearly.
Yeah, they lied.
They have made the
They are
moon
lying.
look like shit. They couldn't even find the good part of the moon.
They got lost.
I'm sitting on my armchair looking at the TV, and I'm like, which one am I going to believe? The one that looks realistically like a planet, or the one that has a gorilla on it?
Could I?
Now, gorilla are
Yes.
from Earth.
Yeah.
I'm the zoologist.
Well,
How do you get up there?
Also, like to imagine the filming is kind of like you see like the city skylines and everything very obvious.
There's a resort in the background. Yeah.
Curious here.
Yeah.
If instead of getting to the moon first, what if we were to fake that as we arrived to the moon, there's actually a Russian base there and it shot us down? And I fake an attack.
I think that immediately.
What would happen? Would that we go on?
The Cold War has
go
become
on
hot. That's so funny when the NASA's like, we need you to fake the moon landing.
You're like,
You send
okay,
that footage
I
back
got
and they're like, have you made Soviet propaganda?
Yeah.
No, just start the war.
Just start that
What
war.
are you doing?
I want war.
That's a nuclear exchange.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not seeing the problem yet.
We should not have put the human baboons in charge of
What would that
the
do?
moon
Yeah.
landing hoax.
Or just as the landing, just like, is that? Oh, it's a Russian. It's already a Russian moon moon landing.
Yeah.
Almost like
So you make propaganda
What
film
if
where
you-
you lose the space
yeah,
race.
Yeah.
like in a weird, bizarre way.
Then what?
You fake it. It's just a little thought experiment right now.
Oh, wait.
So you're faking it to be like they're on the moon, and then Russian are like, make them look like dunces. Then we're like, who's on the moon?
No. I
They're
actually,
like, we are.
you got another step here.
Yeah.
You faked the moon landing to
Yes.
make it look like the Russia won and
Okay.
shot America down.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the American people very offended.
Yeah.
Russia confused. It gets leaked to them.
Okay.
And then you disprove it. And then you're like, Russia just tried to fake the moon landing.
Okay.
No one went to the moon in this situation, but
So
we've still probably.
We're confusing everything. Definitely Nucleus Lord.
so I'm watching the
Okay, what
the
about
moon landing.
Can we pivot again?
Okay.
What if we're like, they're about to land on the moon and oh my god, is that some Ruskies landing on the moon? Quick, Neil, shoot them out of the sky!
Okay.
And then we show them dogfighting on the moon.
Now we're cooking.
and
Now
then
we're
like,
cooking.
once again, America's superior firepower has taken out those
The
Russians
American
even in
Supermen
the
have
moon.
defeated the communist scum
Yeah.
before they got to the moon.
And then the Russians are like,
what the hell are they doing?
we weren't on the moon. And then they have to like either have to save face by launching some nukes, or have to admit that they
That's a
would
bad
never
risk.
They were never on the moon.
Just gonna say, if
gonna
I'm
say
doing a risk
face.
assessment, if one of the options is a nuke. Also, it's funny because when the Soviets return from the moon and they have like moon rocks and shit,
Yeah.
and you're like, you got nothing.
We got bullets.
Yeah.
These are the bullets that
We
shot
got
the
dead
Ruskies.
Ruskies.
We left them in space there.
Okay.
But I do think that if you fake the moon landing
Yeah.
and make it look like the Russia got there first, then expose yourself as faking the moon landing. Well, not yourself, but
Yeah.
expose that moon landing as fake with evidence.
But then
That
I
makes-
was the one that released those footage.
I'm watching the news, the American news.
Yes.
Yeah, we've read.
I see the Soviets win. I'm demoralized. Me and my son are crying in
Yeah.
the front room.
Tearing the American flag off the wall.
I'm
Yeah.
saying we're Russian now. Okay.
Well, they were rushing to the moon. eh?
Then, on the news, you come out again. You say, that wasn't real.
Russia tried to trick us, America, but we're stronger than that.
So America was tricked by the Russians.
But then they saw through it.
No, yeah. Well, that was the Russians scrambled our broadcasting from the moon. We actually did land. Neil and Buzz, they're back. They had a good time. See,
They love
And
the moon.
They love the moon.
And do you have
They said
footage
it's
of
the
Neil
best
and the
place.
gang on the moon?
Let's.
No, Russia scrambled the cameras. And then they sent us
In
this
space?
footage. Yeah.
So they made it up there.
No.
Satellites. Satellites. We got there.
It's so funny that all you've done is put extra steps in front of having to fake the moon landing. You gotta fake the moon landing twice, you idiots. You moron.
All right. Well, we've had a crack at it. How are you faking the moon landing?
Okay, so I got two strategies.
Okay.
The first strategy.
Having a double strategy has worked famously really
You gotta
well
pivot.
so
You gotta
far.
pivot every now and again.
Okay, my first strategy is you say no one can do it. And we fake an exploding spaceship as it tries to get to the moon. We say Earth's covered in a barrier. We don't know what happened. It blew up.
Hello, yes, Jackson.
Apollo 10.
I'm just having a quick look at history, and Russia's already been to space at this
They're
point.
lying to you. No one could do it. Look what happened to our rocket. And then we show them dead Neil and the gang or whatever.
Yeah. What? Okay. Okay.
How many people had Russia sent to space, and how many people had America sent to space before Apollo 11? A lot, I think.
Let's see here. Okay.
Or we say that you can't land on the moon.
All right, so I think Apollo 10, that was meant, was that meant to just kind of do a flyby?
Because I think faking an explosion is easier than faking landing on the moon.
Yeah, so Apollo
is my
10
thinking.
was a dress rehearsal for the first moon landing.
Yes. Did they make it to the moon though?
Let me have a squid.
Because I think we could just show an explosion on TV.
It reached lunar orbit.
Okay, well that's fine. It's just landing on the moon blows you up. That's all. That's what we.
Okay.
So you have to go to the. So you have to fake go to
No,
the
because
moon.
we can fake an explosion. You
Oh,
just
you
show
can-
an explosion.
On the moon?
No, in space.
So they have to get further than Apollo 10.
Getting a rocket.
So we have to how far? How many Apollos are we faking?
No, Apollo 10 can go in orbit. That's fine.
So
It orbits
let me
the
talk
moon,
you
though.
through it.
Okay.
We send. This is step one.
Yeah.
Okay. Send a rocket into Earth orbit, far Earth orbit.
Yes.
Step two, blow that rocket up.
Okay.
Step 3, film it. Well, that's the same as time as step 1.
Yeah.
Time to get out the camera. Oh,
Okay.
it's already blown up.
So, didn't make it as far as Apollo.
No,
did.
it just orbiting Earth. It's easy. We can do that.
Okay.
It's far cheaper too. Now we filmed that explosion. We get that in our back pocket. Then we say, hey.
So what's in the background of this explosion?
Just space. We film it from Earth's behind us.
So we're
And the
gonna
moon's
get.
on the other side of the planet.
So we're gonna get to space to film this rocket blowing up.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
So we need to launch 2 rockets.
We launched 2 rockets. One's a camera rocket. One's filled with dynamite or whatever.
Yeah.
Then we're in the camera rocket.
Yes.
Maybe it's even a satellite sending the footage back to Earth.
Okay, you could launch a camera, either like a satellite that has a camera on it, sure. Let's
Exactly.
say yes.
But can you take a photo of a rocket
say
flying toward?
yes.
Okay, sure.
They're in orbit together. We've nailed it, right?
We figured
We're
out
rotating around Earth.
The dynamite
The
ship blows
dynamite
up.
she blows. We take footage of it. That's sent back down to NASA. Then in 1969, we say, hey, we get the Buzz Aldrin and the gang. They fly off in their rocket. We film a rocket taking off. That's fine. We can do that. Then we say, oh my God! And we showed them the footage of the rocket blowing
That
up.
we already have.
Hey, I have a quick question. Where was the camera when how'd you get that footage of that ship blowing up?
Yeah.
Because outside, Earth's in the background.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it? So, okay, to help you out, what if we, look, unfortunately, we're going to either have to fake some astronauts or kill some astronauts.
Well, I was
But the
very willing
camera-
to kill some astronauts.
Yeah. So a
I
camera.
think showing off their graves and corpses
Yeah.
was really going to help sell the idea.
On TV?
So a camera in like the cockpit.
Oh,
equivalent.
great idea.
Because then you don't have to see shit, right?
And that means we
You
can also build the little...
You can do it on like on a soundstage in
Yeah.
Nevada. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. You can just build that cockpit we see in that
Camera inside.
Yeah. Well, where would we have a camera?
That's
Exactly. It makes sense.
It makes sense to have a camera inside.
We blow them up.
Boom, they're dead.
They're dead.
Rest in peace to Neil and the gang.
Neil and the gang have
or
passed
you
away.
simply have like them all in their space flight suits with little visors, so we can't. It's empty. There's some crash test dummies.
Yeah, exactly.
Filled with sheep's blood or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
They can
Put apes.
Okay. We put apes in
Killing
astronaut
some
suits.
apes.
We've got apes. It's sad.
We thought we would do this in a humane way, but head of PR was like, "Oh, we put some apes in there."
People won't
This
believe
is-
it if it's not a living being.
Yeah, they've got to move.
Fair enough.
Like, for like, get the footage like frame by frame as like it explodes. You're like, I think Neil is a very hairy man.
So funny.
Okay.
That footage beforehand where they're all just sitting in there, but they've got the ape's posture, kind of scratching their head.
Try like brushing against the seat.
Trying to take the helmet off.
They hate me. They hate being in that rocket for some reason. They're bashing against the wall. They're really trying to get out.
Must be hot in there.
Neil's arms are really long.
Step one, sedate the apes.
Okay. Oh, they're having a little nap in there. That's nice.
Oh yeah, we'll quickly
It
cut
must
to
be
the
really relaxing.
Yeah,
That's
cut
funny as
to
well,
Neil
because-
and the group.
That's weird, but when the explosion goes off, they just don't react. They don't wake up.
They're just like, huh.
A gas leak.
It'd be so quick.
There was a gas leak
It'd
in
be
the rocket.
so quick. The explosion would be so quick.
Anyway,
Yep.
then that explosion happens live on TV. We show them the corpses of Buzz Aldrin and the gang.
Wouldn't they be in space?
We got them back.
We retrieved their corpses.
You blew up the thing. Leave it at that.
Yeah, okay. We don't retrieve their corpses, but we have, multiple funerals.
Yep.
Neil and the gang have to go into hiding
Deep
for the rest of their lives.
Plastic
Deep undercover.
surgery.
And then we say just no one can do it, and then the Ruskies footage is all fake. They're faking it. Look what happened to our guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Get
Which
all
is
the
funny.
conspiracy theories and just apply that to the Ruskies.
Yeah, flip it on them. Our guys fucking blew up. We don't know. Look at the footage. Just like an astronaut suit
Just a-
burning away.
Keep screaming.
See, that footage was real.
In the modern day, people going through frame by frame, and there's like a scene where one of the apes faces the camera very briefly, and they can see a chimp inside the helmet.
Just like one of those things where it's like a clear like cutaway.
Yeah.
So it's just like they're real, like the humans. Oh, time to put my visor down. The sun's so bright. They just quickly cut.
They go for
Not only do I think the moon landing was fake, I think something else was going on. Something far worse, far stranger.
Yeah, just the idea of being like, let's watch the moon landing on YouTube, and then seeing that and being like, what the fuck? I don't think it happened. I think that these
But also
astronauts
be
are
like,
chimps.
did they Did the whole moon landing fail, or did they send the apes to the moon? I just can't tell.
They tried Operation Planet of them.
Were these future apes coming back in time? What? Was going so close to the cosmic rays of the moon turn you into apes?
Did it make Buzz Aldrin an ape man, and that's why they had to blow up the ship?
I'm so confused. What the hell's going on?
What the hell's happening up there? So yeah, that's one strategy.
Yeah, and what was the second strategy?
Second strategy is to hack the So okay, we do a lot of faking the setting up to go to the moon.
Yep.
We've got a fake rocket,
Yes.
fake astronauts, and coincidentally, our guys are dressed very similarly to the Soviet cosmonauts. And the ship is painted
our plan.
like a Soviet rocket. And then when it's time to, we wait till they're going to go to the moon.
Yep.
And we just hack their footage and say it's us.
Okay.
So we just
Wait,
build
what?
No, okay. So Jackson's plan is build a ship,
Yeah.
take photos of our astronauts,
Yeah.
make sure our astronauts look like their astronauts, and our ship looks like their ship.
Okay, why is the American, like, Apollo 11 is like the USSR whatever, you know?
Oh, it stands for something else. The United States Super Rocket.
That's what USSR stands for.
And when everybody's
Also,
like, dude, you mean, is that the United... I'll be like, oh my God, we didn't even realize.
we didn't think about it. We don't consider them at all.
Yeah, we have not thought about the Soviets even once.
Yeah.
They're dead to us.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
funny
Like
that I
what,
keep
Sputnik
saying
something?
us.
Yeah. Oh, Sputnik 1? No, it's American. It's Sputnik 2.
Sputnik. Yeah, it's like a Sputnik. Like it's like a dog's name.
Like a potato. Nothing more American than a potato.
Yeah, exactly.
Potato and gravy, hey?
Sputnik.
Hey, KFC?
Yeah, it's
Did somebody say KFC?
Yeah.
I don't care.
I don't know if
You love it. You love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
that slogan was around back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's
one
up,
thing
dude?
I just called myself, I keep saying us and them.
Yeah.
Them being Russian, us being
being the US,
American.
yeah.
But
Yeah. We played a part, as in we being Australia.
Yeah.
The dish.
The dish. Remember the dish?
Oh shit, the dish.
The dish, dude.
We gotta speak to the dish.
Yeah.
Because the dish is the reason that anyone could watch the
You're
moon.
right.
If you wanted to, if you're going back to your plan,
I need to
you need to sabotage the dish.
You need to
Yeah.
go and just, like, I don't know, kneecap Australia.
Yeah.
or just get them drunk.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
Although we're probably already drunk. It was the 60s in Australia.
yeah. They're hammered, dude.
Yeah.
You can't get them drunker.
And also the dish, I imagine wherever the dish is set, it's hot.
Parks.
Yeah.
It's hot. What?
Parks.
Parks.
New South Wales.
Okay.
P-A-R-K-E-S, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Parks, yeah.
Humid.
Maybe the dish isn't that hot.
Oh, yeah, true, actually. New South
In the middle
Wales.
of a paddock, right?
Oh, it could be hot again. I forget. Oh, yeah. I'm not American or Russian. I don't know why. When I'm talking about myself, Joel,
Well,
not as the NASA employee,
Yeah.
I just keep being like, yeah, you'll get them. And it's a win for us.
Yeah, well, we were kind of, America's
A
victory in
win
the
for
space
Russia
race.
in the space race would have been a win for me, I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I just think then we steal their footage.
Yeah.
Like, that's us doing it. Look, we
And
made it to
then
the moon.
when Russia say it says the USSR and Sputnik is a Russian
United
word.
States Super Rocket. Sputnik, the dog's name.
Sputnik, you can clearly...
No, it's named after the...
And they dressed like cosmonauts?
yeah,
Like-
that's
like
what a
full
coincidence.
on-
That's actually so crazy.
Why did you go from Apollo 10, where you had, like, the white and all that,
got
to
this
go,
fucking-
to go then when the Russians, instead of following the naming conventions of Apollo,
Yeah,
you then said, do you say Sputnik or Spudnik?
Sputnik.
So
Well, that
it
says Sputnik.
Yeah, that was a misprint.
Okay, and you've
So
gone
the T's
from
meant to be a D.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, and so even though you're saying it's Sputnik,
Yeah.
it's actually Sputnik.
And Sputnik is a dog of the deputy director of the Navy.
Okay, and you've
named
gone,
it after his
alright,
dog.
and you've gone instead of going from the the white ash, you've gone for the orange jumpsuits.
Yeah.
and cosmonauts.
Fucking disguised Terry stole my idea. He's somebody's nephew. I don't know.
He's got orange and played.
He came in. He came in. He had all these big ideas. Everyone loved him. He said, "Let's make the costumes orange." I said, "Not to," but
I said not because it reminds everyone of Russians.
that's what I was. That's what I was saying. But no one listens to me.
Yeah.
That's what.
And
I mean,
then,
you can find that guy Terry. It's his
Yeah,
decision.
sir.
I think from memory, he was saying it would be a good idea.
I
so-
just want to know what's going to happen when Russia say, we didn't fake this, this is us.
Yeah.
I'll say that's crazy. We did it.
So like, this is all the okay. Here's all the unreleased footage.
Here's photos
Here's
of us.
photos.
Also,
what the
United States.
What the?
Sputnik.
Where did this come from?
Sputnik 3 or
Yeah,
whatever.
the defense is going to be like, well, it's crazy. We both did that at exactly the same time.
That's
Yeah.
what the fuck?
We didn't even see it.
the hell?
Huh? That's what I do on stage, like
Well,
you know,
just, like,
100
Russians, like-
microphones in front of my face. Can you show me that closer?
Oh, I got to sit down.
What the hell? Is this real?
Crazy. Did they fake this?
Did they fake this one? Because like, what the hell?
My one's real.
Because ours is real. That's us. I know that looks like Yuri Gagarin
Someone
or
have
whatever,
a,
but
someone
that's
have
Buzz
a,
Aldrin up there.
Yeah.
does someone have a phone? I gotta call the president about
And
this.
I'm like, hey, I fucked it up. I fucked it up so bad.
So
It's
bad.
coming apart at the seams. It's coming apart at the seams.
Jackson,
What? Sorry? No. I'm on the phone to the president.
I'm telling him
It's
I've done such a good job.
Yeah, and it's actually a war crime for you to overhear what I'm saying.
You'll be
So
trying.
this is off the record
Yeah.
unless you want to go to jail for treason.
So too bad. Everyone
Yeah.
turn away. Get me out of here.
I think they bought it.
Yeah, those were my strategies. What do
Yeah.
you think of them?
No, none of I
don't
the
think-
ones we got were good.
Hiring Stanley Kubrick and being like, hey, remember how you made 2001? Do that again.
I think he made 2001.
That was after.
After the.
Unless you can see the future in this scenario.
No, isn't 2001
No.
90?
No.
Oh, maybe.
No, I'm-
because
I'm-
The Shining.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
has references to the
That
moon
has
landing.
references
I
to when
faked
Kubrick faked
It
the
ju-
moon
it
landing.
just
2001
feels
A
like-
Space Odyssey is 1968.
Okay.
I was right.
It just
He saw
feels.
JFK die and was like, time to make a movie.
Just feels like it might have been easier and cheaper to just do it.
Just to go to the moon.
Yeah.
Well, what was the
Yeah.
budget of the moon landing versus 2001?
Yeah,
2001,
great,
2001 A
True, great
Space
question.
Odyssey was
'Cause,
made
like,
for...
And sure, you got the budget of that movie, but you also had you had to launch an actual rocket.
Yes.
So you would have to have built that rocket because no matter what we do, if we're faking it,
You
even if
gotta
we're
launch the
even if we're
rocket.
doing you know what, I've got this soundstage, it's perfect. We're gonna green screen this all. Don't worry, I'm a better director than Kubrick. He's
Yeah.
a piece of
He's-
shit. Did you
he's
see
a
that
garbage
big
man.
baby? A
Yeah.
big baby.
Big baby at the end?
What's
What
he
the
trying to say?
fuck?
He's trying to say that me, of the viewer, is a big baby. I don't know.
I'm not gonna take
I don't
that from him. I'm not gonna
I
take
don't
that
really
from
understand that film. I think he was calling me a big baby.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got some bones to pick. So anyway, I'm gonna go and
Kubrick made that movie for $95 million in today's money.
Uh-huh.
Do you think you could get to the moon for less than 95 million currently?
I don't
Currently?
I don't know.
Currently.
Let's say
Rocket
yes.
feels expensive, dude.
I don't know how much was it to get to the moon.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
I think it was pretty
If
I
I
have no
gave you,
concepts of anything above $10.
I think it was pretty cheap to get to the moon.
I wonder, what's the smallest
I
amount of
don't
money
know.
you could give someone and be like, get to the moon?
I don't know. Like what? How much is a car? Like a new car?
Brand new. Oh,
Like
yeah,
sometimes
shit.
20K?
Nah, they're more than that.
Okay.
But like an okay car, not like a good
How
car.
much was 2001?
So 2001, before adjusting for inflation,
Mm-hmm.
it was $10.5 million.
Okay. Well, Apollo 11, first mission to successfully land a man on the moon, cost approximately $355 million.
It's a bit more.
Just a touch.
So it's 30 times more expensive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he didn't even need to hire actors.
Yeah, I know, it's paying nobody.
Crazy.
Although
Well,
I guess
I
they got a
feel-
paycheck for going to the moon.
Well,
so-
with 2001, the thing is, you're doing some cutaways, you're doing
Yeah.
some sneaky editing. You're not actually having to convince people on the ground that they're seeing a rocket ship.
Yeah, and you're not.
go.
That's true. And also, if you go to the moon, if you're faking the moon landing, you're not faking the whole. You just
Well,
need 15 minutes of footage.
The thing is,
not a
to
whole
fake
movie
the
length.
moon landing, you would have to build a real rocket.
Yeah.
You'd have to launch that rocket. You would then have to have that rocket go through the stratosphere.
Yes, you would need to
you'd
have
have
a
to-
rocket leave Earth.
You have to have a rocket leave Earth. Now, I feel that's going to be the most of
Yeah.
your budget.
That's where the budget
I
goes.
feel launching a rocket to outer space
I think
that
it's
doesn't
expensive.
explode.
Yeah.
So that looks like we're going.
Yeah.
But once it's in space.
Because the thing is, also, you got to remember, people were looking at it with their own little telescope.
Yes, that's true.
So we really need to make sure that
it doesn't
rocket
explode.
doesn't explode, and it's sort of on the right way to the moon.
So-
So we got to figure that one out.
But once it's in space,
Once it's
no
in
one's
space.
no one's checking space.
Yeah, once you
And,
look
like-
up and it's gone,
It's gone. It could be,
Gone.
might as well be on the moon.
Neil Armstrong
Yeah.
was only paid $13 an hour.
Damn. Not even overtime?
No.
That's crazy.
He was annual salary was $27,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
An hourly rate of about $13. He was paid $2,568 for the mission to the moon and only about $33 to be on the moon. No other bonuses were paid.
That's fine.
That's crazy, man.
well,
Maybe we should try. Oh no, that doesn't help us fake the moon landing. That makes us the moon
What were you
landing
gonna
not
say?
happen. Buy the astronauts. So like, be like, hey, you're not getting much money. I'll give you $15 an hour to not go to the moon.
but I feel back
Yeah.
then it was kind of like, I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing it,
for America.
I'm doing it so that my neighbor gets sucked off by his wife.
That's fair. That's fair.
What if we go to the moon
That's a valiant
earlier?
cause. What would you do to get your neighbor sucked off?
Go to the moon, obviously.
Let me think. What would I actually do?
Like, do you care? Is there anything you do?
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Of course.
Yeah, dude. Well, you don't.
Yeah, well, it depends.
One of my neighbors stinks.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me a thing, and I'll tell you if I do it to get my neighbor sucked off by his wife.
Eat 10 hot dogs.
Yeah, I do that anyway. I do that for free.
You'd eat 10 hot dogs for free.
Yeah,
For free.
absolutely.
So if I just put down
Hot
10
dogs
hot
are
dogs.
delicious.
I know hot dogs are delicious.
If I had, I mean, obviously, if
But I
you
reckon
know,
eating 10 hot dogs might wreck hot dogs.
I don't think so. But
Well,
if I had
okay, so Jackson, there was a famous case of you trying
failing to eat 10 cheeseburgers.
Yeah, and since then,
That's
how
mostly
often?
bread.
Yeah, it's
is
because
hot
of the
dog.
bread. Oh, I'm eating the bread too?
Yeah, it's a hot dog.
I thought
I
it was
thought
just
you just
dogs.
a dog.
No, well then
Just sucking them down.
Just slurping down dogs, dude.
So you'll notice that when you were referring to just a dog, you said, I thought you were talking about just the dog.
Yeah.
But I said 10 hot dogs.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well,
just
a
the
hot
dog.
dog is
The hot dog.
It's a hot dog in a bun. A
Yeah.
hot dog is just a sausage.
All right. Just a sausage then, 10.
Yeah, easy.
And yeah, but like when you ate the cheeseburgers and you failed spectacularly
Yeah.
and everyone made fun of you and no one respected you ever again.
No one respected me beforehand, dude. Lost nothing.
Break even.
Got you there.
Do you ever find yourself like after that where you're like, man, I could eat another cheeseburger?
Not that night, but I've definitely eaten cheeseburgers
100%.
since. It's a great, delicious
Okay,
meal.
I was worried. I
could suck down 10 hot dogs so my neighbor could get cosmic galactic dome. Happily.
What about get your license, your driver's license?
For my neighbor, I got so many other reasons to do that. That would not be the incentive I need.
No, but as in like you found out you're like, all right, if you apply to get
Yeah.
do your driving test this week, your neighbor's gonna get sucked off.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're in maybe
Yeah,
territory.
you've entered the maybe zone.
This motherfucker went to the moon.
Yeah.
And you were saying that's fair enough, and you won't even learn to
I
fucking drive.
get slapped in the face.
You get slapped in the face so that your neighbor could get sucked off.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll suck you off if that.
Suck
kid
me
makes-
off?
No, I'm being the wife talking to her husband.
Okay.
I'll suck you off when that neighbor of ours gets slapped in the face.
If I'm allowed, I would love to hit the kid next door. It would make me so happy that I'd probably just suck you off, husband.
Honey, I'll be right back.
Hey, man, what's up? I overheard actually what you were saying. I know what's up.
Yeah. Let me
Lead
just
the
take
way.
let me just. I'll just take off my glasses.
Yeah, I'll take off my glasses.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm doing this for you, pal.
Yeah, enjoy
Then
that.
he
suck
comes
job.
back and he's like, I don't like the kid next door. He's a strange kid. He's got peculiar ways.
He's got a weird.
I'd love for you to get sucked off. That's not a normal thing for a child to say.
It's also not normal to refer to a 32-year-old as a child.
I assumed I was a child
Why?
in this situation. Because Neil Armstrong was.
Yeah, he was a boy.
Ah. Yeah, I guess he was a boy. He overheard that,
Yeah.
and then 20
In my
years
mind,
later,
I was like 8 in the backyard, coming and knocking on the door and being like,
Hey, I overheard you.
"Hi, Mr. Johnson. I just couldn't help overhearing that
I
you'll
hear
get
your wife wants
Some
to hit
cosmic
me.
you
in
get
the-
some unfathomably good dome if you hit me in the head.
No. If your wife hits you, with
If
that.
your wife hits me in the face, and
Yeah, I brought a mallet if that helps.
I consider myself neighborly, so please go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'd like to think of myself as a modern day, I don't know, like
Yeah.
Leave It to Beaver kind.
Yeah, exactly.
Leave it to Beaver.
And then I'm sitting around the
Whoa.
dinner table that night, and my mom's
Bump
like,
on your
"Why-
head?"
Why are you beaming, Jackson? A friend of mine's having a great time right now, Mom. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
You've
Don't
been
you
trying
want-
to get that neighbor sucked off again? No. Yes, you have.
You go to your room and think of what you've done and don't be happy about
God
it.
damn it.
No dinner for you.
I'm furious about not eating food,
Yeah.
but I'm so,
So
happy.
happy about my neighbor. I see him out his window, getting dome, give him a big thumbs up.
He gives you a
He
thumbs
looks
up.
up and closes the window. God, that's a strange boy.
I hate that.
Strange next door neighbor.
I understand why you want to hit him. I get it.
Honey, this is a wonderful sensation, but I think we should move.
The next door neighbor kid unsettles me. I think he has a growing darkness in him.
Yeah, so I feel, to fake the moon landing, you kind of got to piggyback on the real moon landing.
Yeah.
I think you're right. At the end of the day, it's easier to just land on the moon. Let's just do that.
I just feel like there's too many variables of people watching. Like, again, if no one could see the rocket, and everyone, like, if we were like, instead of like, all right, first off, turn off your TVs. Yeah. Everyone, shush, close your eyes.
Yep.
We landed.
We did it. You can open your eyes.
Don't open your eyes yet. Wait. And then we do that for like a week.
And they're back.
The week of blindness.
I just, it might be honestly easier to, I don't know, blot out the sun. So no one can see shit. Because again, you got the rocket launching, that going up there, you're seeing it. It just, I don't know, how do you stop that?
I just don't think you can. I think you just got to go to the moon.
I think, okay, final one real quick.
Yeah.
You do a false flag attack on NASA a month before, which then causes all talk of it to be like, hey, we're refusing to show anyone anything because of the events of last month's attack. Then you just say it happened, and you're like, well done. And everyone wants to believe it because they're like, there was an attack on us, but the attack was on NASA by NASA.
I was thinking in a similar vein. You sort of wag the dog this.
Oh, yeah.
And at the same time, we declare war on a foreign country. All eyes on that.
Yeah, I was thinking a similar thing where I was like, what if people in the 50s love meatloaf? At the same time, you say meatloaf, it's illegal. And everybody in America is in such an uproar about that, they don't even think about the moon landing.
It's going to be pretty hard to find. Yeah, but if they're angry at America...
Russians are banning meatloaf. In America.
Well, you just don't blame the American government. You say the meatloaf lobby or whatever.
Meatloaf lobby run by Democrats.
They're banning meatloaf.
The Democrats want to make your meatloaf gone.
Every good American loves a loaf of meat.
Yeah.
But the Democrats don't want you to eat meatloaf. Also, we landed on the moon. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Under Nixon's watch, God praise the Republican Party.
Yeah. It wasn't even really worth it to go to the moon anyway. We didn't gain much.
Well, we stopped, though.
Yeah, exactly. Because we know there's fucking shit all up there.
It's just a fucking couple of rocks and some dirt.
Fuck the moon, dude. There's nothing good up there.
You started this episode.
No, I like NASA, and I like the NASA guys. I think there's something charming and attractive about them. But the moon itself,
so you like...
Who gives a shit?
You like mooning, but you don't like the moon.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, on that note, I've been Joel.
I've been Jackson.
I've also been Joel.
This has been another episode of Plumbing the Death Star, and we did it. We landed on the moon for real.
Yeah.
This episode took place on the moon.
Yes. Yeah. We're in the moon right now. In the moon. That's right. I dug a hole. There's air in the moon.
Just prove me, NASA. Go on.
Yeah. Come on. Well, yeah. Anyway, bye.